was getting classified as a T20 long-termer. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, what on earth does that mean? So now, this is where things get a little bit complicated, so bear with me here. Each athlete that wants to partake in a Paralympics, so it's the Winter Paralympics or Summer Paralympics, no matter what their disability is, they still have to prove to the Paralympic Committee that they have a disability. Now, if someone has an amputated leg or a missing arm, you guys can see that with your own eyes, so the panel just has to see them once, okay, you're missing an arm, check mark, done. But if someone has an intellectual disability, or if someone is partially visually impaired, so where they're not fully blind, but just partially blind, again, you wouldn't be able to tell this by looking at them that they're blind, if they're just partially blind. And so people with intellectual disabilities or people with visually impaired disabilities, it's a little bit trickier. And so this photo was actually taken all the way in Dubai, and you can see the intellectual impairment, classifications, which I'll explain a little bit more on a little bit later. But basically, yes, so I had to fly all the way to Dubai. I had to have at least one diagnosis of my intellectual disability before the age of 18. And the reason for that is because when I went to Dubai, they did their own assessment of a cognitive test to show that my brain struggles to understand and process information. And once they did their cognitive test and aligned it with the diagnosis that I presented before the age of 18, they aligned it together and saw that everything looks consistent. That's kind of the main way to prove that I have an intellectual disability. Because